Today's episode is brought to you by Sincerely Shalia, my very own greeting card line, written and designed by me for real love and real life. Whether you need the perfect card to celebrate love, apologize, or say what's on your heart, Sincerely Shalia has you covered. So skip the generic and say it your way. Check out my full collection at shaliavinny.com/greeting cards and find the card that speaks for you. I can't wait till you guys check them out. And don't forget to let me know what you think. I love you guys. Hello and welcome to the Love This Way podcast, the show that exists to help men and women everywhere to be better at love. Never any gender wars or back and forth, just great tips to help you find and sustain the love of your dreams, because love is a journey, but you still need direction. So grab your tribe and get ready, because each episode we're going to be talking about our real life issues, answering tough questions, and building solid relationships with one another as we heal, learn, and grow. I'm your host, your girl, Dr. Shalia Vinny. In today's show, we're tackling something that's been weighing on so many hearts, the belief that love is painful. Let's get into it. Hey, my babies. Welcome back to another episode of Love This Way. Now, today we're going to be tackling something that I know has been weighing on a lot of your hearts, the belief that love itself is painful. I mean, you see it all over social media. Love is a scam. Oh, love is going to leave you broken. Love is pain. I'm never going to trust anybody again. Relationships always end badly. You've seen it. I've seen it. I know. But here's the truth. Love didn't hurt you. The wrong person did. Maybe they were careless with your heart. Maybe they made you believe that love was something it's not. But love, and I mean real love, is not supposed to be pain. So in this episode, we're going to separate love from the people who mishandled it. We're going to unpack how bitterness blocks us from the love we actually want. And of course, I'm going to give you 5 steps to help you heal so you can open your heart again. Because if you don't heal, you're going to mistake your wounds for wisdom. And then love is just going to pass you by. And you know I can't have that. We can't have that. Okay, so let me first start here because this is the point. Love itself is not your enemy. Because when we go through heartbreak, we naturally look and need something that we can blame. It feels easier and safer to say love is pain, relationships are supposed to end badly, I don't need to trust anybody, all men ain't ish, all women ain't ish, blah, 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 blah. We've all seen this, right? But let's pause for a second. Think about the people that are in your life who have experienced a healthy, loving relationship. Do they walk around bitter? Do they believe that love is just pain? No. And I know that the truth is that some of you have never actually seen healthy, happy, faithful love up close. Maybe you didn't grow up around happy marriages. Maybe your friendships are filled with people who have been hurt like you. Maybe you've only ever seen love that ends in betrayal, dysfunction, or disappointment. And if that's all you've ever known, of course you're going to believe that love is suffering, because how can you believe in something you've never even seen? Even the stuff you watch on TV does not show love in a healthy way. But here's the truth. Love in the wrong hands always will feel like suffering, but in the right hands, it can actually heal you. So if you're carrying this belief that love equals pain, I want to ask you just one thing. Just ask yourself, did love hurt me? Or did I trust someone who wasn't capable of loving me? Because if it's the second one, then love is still good. You just haven't experienced it the right way yet. I want to talk about how unhealed pain shapes your future. Because when you've been deeply hurt, it doesn't just affect how you feel. It affects how you see. It rewires your expectations. It teaches you to flinch before you even get hit. So instead of approaching love with an open heart, you start approaching it with a defense mechanism. You start building walls instead of boundaries. And then those walls end up turning into bitterness. You stop believing in consistency because the last person was hot and cold. You assume people are going to leave because the last person left. You downplay your needs because the last person made you feel like you were too much. You start mistaking cynicism for wisdom. You've really convinced yourself that you're just realistic about love instead of being a cynic. You stop believing in love altogether. You project your pain onto everybody that you meet. But here's the truth. Bitterness doesn't protect you. It just ensures you're never going to experience the love that I know you really want. Because think about it. If you expect people to fail you, how will they ever recognize the ones that won't? If you believe that love always ends in pain, why would you ever let yourself fully experience it? because bitterness isn't intelligence. It's just unhealed heartbreak in disguise. And I get it. Letting go of pain always feels risky. It feels like saying what happened didn't matter. But that's not true. Healing is not forgetting. It's just choosing to believe that better still exists. So let me ask you this. What would happen if you stopped expecting love to hurt you and you started expecting love to heal you instead? Because real love is not going to feel like what broke you. It's not going to force you to beg. It's not going to leave you second guessing yourself. It's not going to make you prove your worth just to be chosen. So don't let one bad chapter convince you that your whole book isn't worth reading, because your love story isn't even over yet. So you really need to ask yourself this. Do you really want to be alone forever, or do you just not want to get hurt again? Because if it's the second one, you don't need to shut yourself off from love. You just need to learn how to recognize and choose better love. Instead of carrying the belief that love will always end in pain, I want you to replace it with this. I am worthy of love that is kind, safe, and consistent. Because when you believe that, you stop settling for the kind of love that breaks you. Hey, friend. If you're tired of those generic, impersonal greeting cards, I've got you covered. Sincerely Shalia is my very own greeting card line, written and designed by me to help you say what's really on your heart. Whether it's love, apologies, or just because, these cards speak for you. Skip the cookie cutter messages and send something real. Check out my collection at shaliavinny.com/greeting cards and find your perfect card today. So we've been discussing the bitterness, but now I want to talk about moving forward, because I don't want you to just survive heartbreak. I want you to actually heal from it. So let me give you some tips. Number one, I want you to acknowledge the real source of your pain. Don't blame love. Name what actually hurt you. Was it betrayal? Was it a lack of respect? Was it your own unhealed patterns that led you there? Once you name it, then you can heal from it. Number two, I want you to separate your past from your future, because not everyone will love you the way that they did. So don't let one bad chapter make you burn the whole book. Number three, I want you to stop speaking from your wounds, because if you keep saying love is pain or all men or women are trash, you're going to start to believe it. Instead, start saying, I'm capable of experiencing love that is safe and fulfilling. Number four, I want you to redefine what love actually is, because love is not chasing, suffering, or proving your worth, but love is safe, mutual, and nourishing. When you change your definition, you can't help but change your standards. And then number five, I want you to allow yourself to believe in love again. You don't have to rush, but you do have to stop seeing love as the enemy, because real love does exist. And when you're ready, that's when you're going to find it. This is what I want to leave you with, and I hope you hold on to it. The wrong person hurt you, but that's not what love is. Love is not betrayal, manipulation, or neglect. Those things, that was a person's choice, not love's definition. So don't rob yourself of the love you actually deserve just because you encountered someone who didn't know how to give it to you. Think about the greatest love stories, those couples who built something real, deep, and lasting. Do you think that they never faced heartbreak or never struggled or never got let down? Of course they did, but they didn't let the pain of the past keep them from love in the future. So today I need you to ask yourself, am I still carrying the heartbreak of someone who's no longer even in my life? Am I letting my pain write a future that I don't even want? Because you deserve to know love in its purest form. The same love that broke you in the wrong hands will heal you in the right ones. And when you're ready, that's when you're going to be able to find it. So my question to you is, will you be ready? Now, if you need more help, you can go to shaliavinny.com and book a one-on-one session with me. I love you guys. I'm rooting for you. Today's show is brought to you by Sincerely Shalia, my greeting card line. Please rate the show on your favorite streaming platform, share it with one person who you think needs to hear it, and ask them to do the same. Remember, good, better, best. Don't you ever let it rest. To your good is better, and your better is best. Until next time, your friend and motivator and relationship strategist, Dr. Shalia. Bye.